All right, gentlemen. We are back once again. This is winning. What's that? We played the Monday, so it's just a Victory Tuesday we had this week. Victory Tuesday, knocking off the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles, just like we did the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers 2 years ago. Different quarterback, same result. Taylor Heineke came through for us. He only threw one interception, which was good. So we won the playoff. We won the turnover battle. That's for sure. We went four turnovers to one.
Two.
We had two.
Yeah, fumble and an interception.
Whatever, we won. Victory Tuesday, baby. It really doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how it happened. It happened. Don't call me on that last play where Heineke got hit while he was on the ground. Everybody crying, old Philadelphia crying. Nobody was crying for us when
worry about them pigeons.
Our rookie hit the center on a field goal. Nobody was saying anything then, were they?
You don't care about them pigeons.
All right, well, let's move on from the pigeons. Because Taylor Heineke went 17 for 29, 211 yards, one touchdown, or one interception. He didn't throw a touchdown, which really means our offense was running pretty good. If we're not, we got 30-something points. If we're not constantly hoping that the quarterback throws a touchdown, then that's good ball. Because that means our running backs are doing good. That means everybody is pitching in. We don't have to throw the ball on the goal line just to try to get it in anymore. You had two stud backs. We have receivers that can catch the ball downfield. Heineke throws the ball before the man leaves the starting line, but got to get there. However you do it, you got to anticipate. That's how Peyton Manning was. He anticipated. He didn't have the strongest arm, but he anticipated the throw. He got it out there before the man. Anyway, I'm just saying we played a good game on Monday. It was probably Scott Turner's best game call. He really kept it moving. Kept him off there. Kept him on his heels. We had a couple of lucky plays, a couple of lucky calls, but we get those calls all called on us all the time. So it's reciprocal, man. I believe in Taylor Heineke. Anyway, these are my boys, Big Al and Tracy. This is the OGs of the DMV Sports 3. And we do this once a week. We like to have fun. Trey likes to grimace and wonder what I'm saying all the time, and Al just laughs at me. So
you might as well make that dark camera just one giant silhouette, because the stuff you say, man, is suspect.
Hey, listen, I said let's get it already.
Whether Bam or Mo, you know how they go. Quick to smack a sucker at the nearest go-go. In DC, where it's more hair salons than schools, and cameras and red lights that are snapping fools.
In DC, a diamond that shines like shores, where you get strawberried up and wrapped in gauze. In DC, the K Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. DC, it's 4 points, 4 corners like a box. My Northwest piece be keeping it hot. Southwest and Southeast be the beast. The grimy cats with the mask.
So we're back. We're talking about a win that we had that nobody expected us to have. Beating the Philadelphia Eagles in a division, which is always nice. It's always nice.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
But we're also looking at the talent that was displayed on the field. Terry was killing Sly again. He kills the number one D-back, cornerback, every game. Basically every game. I haven't seen anybody that can really check him. Only person holding Terry back was Carson Wentz, apparently, because Heineke looks for him and he gets it to him. So he's open. Our running backs are running good, man. I mean, what is it, 158 yards or something like that between the two of them? And we didn't have our third back. I wish they would throw to him a little more. That mix it up a little option a little more. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think about our offense this week? We did score 20 points in the first half. We had scored 20 points in the last 4 games. 20 points in the first half. What do you think we got?
Well, I mean, I think that my man Scott Turner finally got through his hard head that got to run the ball. 3 yards in the cloud of dust. I think somebody finally got to him. I know I've been talking to him all year.
Old school.
I think he really controlled the game. Scott Turner coach. I mean, he coached and called the game of his life, really, for this particular team. This team needs.
It was like he was coaching for his job, big guy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He just, he coached it, the game of his life. And he figured out that this team needs to run the rock consistently for us to win.
You got to run the ball. Run the ball. Run the dang ball. Run the ball. Learn from your mistakes.
Now, maybe somebody else can win by throwing every down, but we can't. Why? Because our quarterbacks are what they are. Heineke is what he is. Our offensive line definitely what they are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So running the ball is what we can do. We have 3 good backs. Right now we got 2 healthy backs. And we got the water bug activated too. So the water bug can run. If they put him out there, he can run. So we got 4 or 5 good backs on our team. We got an offensive line that can at least hold their blocks while good backs make plays and get 3 yards in the cloud of dust. And sooner or later, they're going to bust one.
Yeah.
So
Robinson almost got one.
Yeah, Robinson almost got one. So I think personally that Scott Turner gets a lot of credit for this particular game.
You are correct, sir.
Because he controlled the ball. We had over 80 plays, I believe. Some crazy number like that. He controlled the ball. He controlled the line of scrimmage. He controlled the time of possession, and the offense responded. And when I understand it, after the beating them Pigeons, the celebration in the locker room was off the hook. So I want to say this might be bigger than the Pittsburgh game because it was a divisional game. It might be bigger because it was a divisional game. So we understand that they were in there celebrating like it was 1999 or something. You know what I'm saying?
So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
So Ron was crying. Terry was giving speeches. It was just one of those games right there. Hopefully we can transition this game for this past game to other games that could carry us forward to get to the playoffs. And I think we still have a strong chance of getting to the playoffs. Tracy, what do you think about this last game and our offensive performance?
Well, you guys saw it, and it is what it is and what you said. It was the we don't suck game, which is why they were celebrating 500 midway through the season. We don't suck. We have issues. We got things going on.
Suck as much.
But we don't suck. I mean, that's what it was, man. And I think everybody for the last couple of years, at least last year, we was thinking it up, So to be in this spot, to beat the Green Bay, to follow that up with this victory, against Philly, we don't suck. And so that, my friend, is what I feel was the ultimate thing that they took away from this game. They can reinvent themselves. They can compete. They can start from kind of proverbial zero and get out there and play the rest of the season. Now, we can win some games. We can be disruptors. We can change some things for other teams. Don't know we'll make it to the big dance. We might even get into, a wild card. Who knows?
Huh? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
But at the end of the day, we don't suck. And teams got to be leery and come into Washington with a little bit more respect. Terry's getting his respect. Robinson is earning his respect every step of the way.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
I mean, things are happening, man, that, it's all going, the momentum is moving for the Commanders. And so, I'm very happy about that. Even the coaching. And I haven't said it that in 2 years. And I could say it after that game. Ron rallied the troops. He did his piece by rallying the troops. Your boy Scott finally pulled it together. As Deacon said, I think he's right. Playing for a paycheck. It's a whole nother game, baby. I don't care how you do. You play for a paycheck, but
That's right.
and then Jack Del Rio has been consistently saying he tired of people saying that he can't coach. But he was picking up on that last year, so he started pulling some things together. And the talent on the field were able to rally around our captain now, Taylor Heineke. Like they just maybe they just still. Well, I don't know. I'm calling him the captain now. That's what I said.
He's captain commander now.
Hey man, when we put gold chains on.
No,
that's the new thing now. Gold chains on quarterbacks. That makes the captain. People's captain. How about that, Deacon?
There you go.
People's captain.
Speaking of that, man, Ron was coaching for his life, man, and he did a good job. His mom died. He was coaching for his family. That's why they had that big uproar in the locker room. We had time of possession. We won 41-19, I think it was. We won the turnover battle, 42, like Al said. Taylor Heineke played his best game of the year, probably. His most focused game of the year, I would say, because he didn't make a lot of mistakes. He did a lot of smart things in that game, and didn't throw up on himself on Monday night like Captain Kirk used to do. But you can't speak of the offense without the defense. The defense came up big. You don't get turnovers without defense being on the field. Got 4 of them. A couple of them were really, really nice, man. Hustle plays, just going after the ball, staying with the play. Trey, did they blitz enough for you? Did the defense was it strong enough for you, man?
The defense played according to the what do you call it? The issue or the concern. So they looked at what was happening on the field. Jack blitzed accordingly. He didn't over blitz. He didn't under blitz. He knew during certain circumstances to send the extra man, and it seemed to work. I didn't see like me. I blitz all the time. Somebody. You know what I'm saying? The water boy blitz. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then. But that can be overkill, and that's how we lose. So, but they did not do that. They really did it due to circumstance, and it was able to balance the defense. So we weren't too soft, and I think that's the reason why our middle, Deacon, wasn't so wide open, and just they couldn't find that home like most teams do, right there in the middle. They was throw it right over the linebackers. You got about 10 yards of play. Nah, it wasn't happening because the quarterback was running away from the line of scrimmage, trying to make plays, and that's what we needed.
Yeah.
Well, I think they competed. That was the biggest thing. When I see Kendall Fuller diving and making plays and going above his,
he was excited too.
Level, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he was checking one of the best receivers in the league, man, and he was battling them. I mean, I'm not saying he won every battle, but he battled. You know what I'm saying? When I see the other cornerback, the young boy, come from behind after getting beat, but he didn't give up on the play. He came from behind and gave a strip. You know what I'm saying? And punched the ball out. Hey, that's competing. That's fighting. That's grit. And that's some of what we call to say moxie that Taylor Heineke kind of spreads through the locker room. And that's the difference between him and some other quarterbacks. Taylor gives you that moxie. He don't, like I said, the talent level is about the same or maybe even lower, but that moxie is an influence to other people.
I like this kid. He's got moxie.
Everybody else is gritting and grinding and diving. You know what I'm saying? Like and I even seen Davis run out there, giving the extra effort, even though he, might have grabbed a face mask or two. We don't know, but
whatever.
Hey, whatever.
It happens.
That's what you got to do to pigeon. Sometimes you got to, stomp a pigeon every once in a while. You got to kick a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? So we had to kick them pigeons a little bit. And I realized they were crying. It's okay for a pigeon to cry every once in a while. And they had to cry. You know what I'm saying?
Doves cry.
It does cry. But nonetheless, baby, the defense just was scrappy, and then the two talented ones in the middle, Allen and Payne, are just the talented ones. They are our special players, our difference makers. unblockable, and they did their thing and shut down the running game, which is the number one run game in the league, and then turned around and shut down the whole offense, was probably the number one or two offense in the league. You got to think about it. Philly was putting up 30 to 28 points every game.
Yeah.
And we shut them down, man. We shut them down.
Boom and pound. Will I shut them down? I shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. I shut them down. Shut them down. Don't you know we shut them down? Shut them down. Shut them down.
So
our divisional games, Big Al, we always do that.
Yeah. So
I will
now we got to play these.
Wait, before you go on to the Texas, Big Al, let's talk about our rookie. We really have a good mix of young and older players. Not even really old players, just experienced players. As far as Allen and Payne on the line, then you got the new kid, Ridgeway. Is it Ridgeway? That we picked up from,
He's a rookie, though, isn't he?
He's a rookie, yeah. But I'm saying, a good mix. You got him, then you have Sweat coming back, then you got Cam Curl and number 22, Derek Forrest out there doing things. We got a really good mix on this. And they all progressing in their talent, man. They all getting better and better. And I was really surprised when Fedarian Mathis went down that this kid came in and he's really holding his own.
Right.
And they had a fifth round grade on him. They kind of wanted him, but the other team got him. But we got him back, so he really fits into what Jack Del Rio must be doing,
Right.
So, but there's a third string, there's a third rung to our team, and it is something that we don't talk about much, but maybe we should, because it probably won the game for us, is our special teams. Oh, baby. We already know that Tress Wade can kick the ball 100 yards. But Joey Sly, 58-yarder.
58-yarder, man.
Down the middle.
Yeah.
54 down. Come on, man.
I think Joey Sly had the game of his life, though, really. That was the game. This guy
another one playing for
a job.
A check, yeah.
Yeah.
The suspect.
He was getting close.
He was,
sometimes I think he was getting on the bus, but he got
the kicking coach was like, every time he looked over there, he was like,
he got demoted to the tire changer. Like, dude, you must go down, baby. You gotta go out and change that tire.
I tell you what, Joey Sly's one of the bigger kickers in the league, man. He's supposed to be a gym rat, and he put the gym rat to use, man. He pounded those balls 55 and 58 in
silent the stadium.
You know what I'm saying?
The stadium was like,
special teams was special. They were very special. I seen a rookie makes a play. What's his name? Butler, I think his name is. He made a couple plays on special teams, kickoff returns and punts. Mm-hmm. I seen what's that safety? Reeves made a couple plays.
Yeah. He played. He's always there. Man. That's his. He's like our new Sprinkle.
Yes,
he's always been on the tackle, man.
Yeah, he is.
He's always in on the tackle.
Yeah. Or Apke. Apke was always down there too back in the day. You know,
which nobody's picked up. Imagine that.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying, man. Let's get on to the Titans game, man. Let's get
right out the trap key.
Texans. We played the Texans this week, man. They don't have a quarterback to speak of. They are 1-7. What are they, 1-7-1?
1-7-1, yes, sir.
So that's pretty bad.
Yep.
This game is a must win. You can't lose to a team this bad. Otherwise, it really doesn't make sense. You can't go to the biggest team, beat them, and then go to the worst team and lose to them. We in Washington, we're especially on the basketball side, we like to play down to our competition.
I was just about to say that.
But let's not make that a habit, man. Let's go ahead to realize that this team is going in the right direction. They should blow these guys out. I want to see a blowout.
Well, the Texans are actively trying to get the number one pick. They've said it verbally, but listening to the sportscasters and people that been calling sports radio and talking online and Twitter, they actually are counting this as a win. This is a winnable game for them. They're planning on giving their best effort to try to win. They see us as a beatable. You know what I'm saying? So they figure they can win 2 games to still get the number one pick. You know what I'm saying? So this is one that they counting as, to 2. You know what I'm saying, for them. You know, and then they gonna cut it quick for the rest of the season. So this is their Super Bowl right here. This is a winnable game, and you know, so
they're gonna give it all up.
They don't give it all up, but they're not a very talented team. You know what I'm saying? They're I think they got a good running back. I can't think of his name, the rookie, but he's a good running back from Georgia. I think he can run that rock. Then they got one good secondary number 1 pick playing cornerback that's supposed to be really good.
That's Sauce Gardner?
Yeah, no, Sauce is at the Jets. This is the other dude. I can't think of his name, but he's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And then there's a D lineman, number 55, that can put a lot of pressure. He's a quick twitch guy coming off the side. He actually did a pretty good job against Philly too. Number 55. But that's it. Offensively, the running back, I believe the Cook was their number 1 receiver, but I think he's trying to get traded. He's basically shut it down. That's what I'm understanding. He shut it down.
God damn it, Cookie. Move your ass. I want my 12.
No quarterback. The quarterback is an average guy. We put pressure on him. We can get to him.
He's not even average.
But like I said, this is their Super Bowl. So they're going to play hard because they're counting this as a win. According to the coaching staff and the Texas fans and the sportscasters and stuff like that, they are gearing up for onside kicks, reverses, kitchen sink type stuff to try to get 2 wins.
Let's shut that down because once again, I'll say this. If we don't blow these guys out, we're really not moving in the right direction. They are the number 32 team in rushing allowed. What do we want to do? We want to run the ball, don't we? They are the bottom of the league in sacks. Up the middle. Where's our best players? Up the middle, baby. So this should be no competition. You can't throw the ball if you can't run the ball. We're not going for any fakes if the running back is good when the quarterback can't throw the ball. He ain't no good. They're looking for a new quarterback now. They'll take Wentz. We should trade Wentz to them. They'll take anything right now.
And they talking about playing our old quarterback, Allen. No, Allen. He's a second team quarterback. Remember Kyle Allen? Kyle Allen, maybe I did. Kyle Allen, baby.
Kyle Allen. I ain't talking about Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen, he hasn't started this season, which means he's worse than the guy they have.
They talk about giving him the ball. They're talking about playing him.
Let's talk about score. What y'all got, man? Because, like I said, they don't have no defense, and they really don't have an offense to speak of. I'm looking at another 3 bones, man.
30 bone?
I'm looking at 30. Let's say 28. Let's say 20. We don't want to embarrass nobody. We just want to blow them out. 28-7. That's what I got right there. 28-7.
Well, for Texas,
I may be a victim of my own visions, but you know,
you've been known to have high expectations for this team. I don't think we're that good, but hey, we're gonna run the rock. We gotta do what we do well: run the rock, then play action and throw to Terry. That's our game plan offensively. And when you run the rock, and the way we need to run the rock, because we all know Heineke will give up a turnover or 2 if you throw a lot. So we got to run the rock. So that means we'll eat up time. So I don't think we're going to have enough time to score 30 points, even if we wanted to.
Well, remember they don't have a good run defense, man. Last in the league. Yeah, we're gonna be breaking off some plays, man.
So I got us 24-10. That's what I got us running the rock.
That's 4 points.
Yeah, but I just don't.
That's one Joyce like kick.
24-10 is the score. Competitive in the first half, a little scare in the first half, maybe to the third quarter. Then we will run away from it in the third quarter. Tracy, what you got?
You still thinking?
31-14. Washington.
He put 3 bones up, big guy.
Yeah, he put the 3 bones up on too.
31-14?
31-14.
I ain't mad at that. Although I'm the one known to over exaggerate
bus. Hey, Deacon, before we get out of here, man, I do want to talk about Chase Young, man. It looks like that he may get a couple snaps. It's a possibility. but it's on turf. I think the Texans play on turf, or is that grass?
It's probably turf because of how hot
The
it
dome, isn't it?
Well, whatever it is, he still has to play.
Yeah,
they're not putting him back on IR. He's going to be activated for the rest of the season. I don't anticipate him, like I was saying in any other game, anticipate him playing that many snaps. They got to get him in game shape during the game. So I wouldn't expect anything big. Man, I probably wouldn't expect anything big for the rest of the year as far as his output. But he needs to get in there. He needs to start putting some pressure on that knee and see what it's going to do. Because if he needs to have it, go in and scrape, or scrape the scar tissue out or something like that. Whatever it is, man, you got to get it in there and get started. Can't wait until next year. So I'm with him going in there. I just don't want to see him in there every game, every play. So get him in, get him out, and see how it works. But it's about time. It's about time. It was a bad injury, but it's time has gone by, man. It's about time for him to get in there and at least dress. Put some pads on. Maybe he can play a blocking play or something. I don't know. Get him in there.
I think you guys are underestimating. Even after seeing it for yourself, you still don't believe what impact Chase Young in pads on the sideline will do for this team. He's our biggest cheerleader. You never would have guessed it if Wentz didn't go down that the team would play like they are doing for Mr. Moxie. You never would have guessed. Matter of fact, y'all would have laughed me out off the show. But that's what they're doing. And I believe soon as the proverbial franchise gets on put his pads on, his mouthpiece in his mouth, jumping on up and down next to somebody with the potential to go in, is going to lift that defensive line up tremendously, man. Hence the 31 mark. I'm telling y'all, we're going to see some turnovers. We're going to see some sacks. It's going to be a little different now. I agree with Deacon. He shouldn't be out there the whole day. It's going to be an experiment. But I'm a little more excited than I thought I was going to be to see the young man.
That's good. That's good. Well, fellas, everybody seems to have this game as a check mark beside the win box.
It's a W, baby.
Sunday, we'll see.
What time is the game, fellas? Is it a late game or early game?
Nah, it's an early game, most likely.
I thought all of it was early, but two.
Depends on what coast we on. But
everybody looking it up. Who's gonna be first?
Let me see here.
Oh no. Where's my app?
1 o'clock.
Hey, we shook up Philadelphia so bad that they went out and got sued, man, off of Tampa Bay.
They got somebody. They show up their defense, boy.
It was like, man, how did the Commanders just whip our behinds and fit?
We did.
Who else out there that used to be good? You used to be good. Sign right here. They signed everybody, man.
Yeah, they signed everybody.
Don't be in shape. All right, fellas, we're gonna get out of here.
Left hand up.
Left hand up.
Right, baby.
That ain't right. All right, gentlemen.
Get
y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
You don't know. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. You don't know. You don't.
I run you up and down the Serengeti. Heads ain't ready. I chew you up and spit you out like chicken confetti. My rhymes are heavy like elephants, stomping your regiments, dismembering all your limbs, ripping your ligaments. I break you down to an atom, change your chemical structure, roots and culture. You don't wanna fuck with this brother. I'm like a time bomb, over a fresh can of whips. Stylus plexiglass, got you face down in the grass, ready to blast. Sticky for your jewels and your cash. Call me Robin Hood. Take the loot back to the hood. I wish you would try to retaliate. I wait like a sniper, beat you like Street Fighter, heat you up like a lighter. Don't need no Ghost Rider. Original skill, killing at will. Terminates career like the pill. This is real, not no fiction. Came up with my jurisdiction. I'm liver than you, whether freestyle or written, hitting hard like a hammer, like a natural disaster, like a hurricane. Plain and simple, bringing the pain. Won the battle. What? I'm ready to do this. Beat your ass like Lennox Lewis. Play you out like Parker Lewis. You must be foolish. Underestimate my abilities. Come from the CLEVE, LAND. Cause I what? You don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Come on. Say you don't even know. Now do you know who you messing with? Like HIV and AIDS, I'm real sick. Another ghetto hit. Normally I let the flow shine for the mind, but this time I didn't come to educate but dominate. Let me set this shit straight so there be no more debate about who I am. I stand in the middle of the jam, watch a week stage show. If this was class, you be failing your crew up there yelling as this so violent starts smelling. Woo-wee! Here come Jaheim like a breath of fresh air. Got the crowd's hands in the air, good vibes everywhere. You stand in the rear, so hush up your bus. All these fake rappers to the back of the bus. You don't wanna come and try and tango with us because you get your lip bust and your whole style crushed like demolition. Let me commence to whipping you, stripping you, dissing you. This is only a preview. We can go live on pay-per-view. Take off the gloves. All your fake gangster rappers, y'all getting no love. When you see me in the club, don't even look my direction. Playing you hard, got bodyguards just for protection. I'll blast for VIP section. Literally chin checking on the real dog. Tell me who you think you impressing, cause you don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. Say you don't know who you messing with. Say come on. Say you don't even know. Come on. You don't know who you messing with. I say what? I say what? Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. Hey yo, I be DMC that make you run for the hills. Peep these skills. Do it for love, not dollar bills. On a bigger mission, check my verbal composition. Come to the spot, make it hot like a kitchen. Man, listen. You don't wanna come against me. Better off being my friend than being my enemy. Cause if I flip, I sink your whole ship like the Titanic. Leave you in a panic, walking around like a crack addict. Voodoo. Running from my magical wordplay. Ready to battle any day, anytime, anywhere. Stay prepared like military. Leave your ass buried and stinking. Now what was you thinking? Was gonna let that shit slide? Ride the track like Rawhide? Record company got you pumped by the deal, but they lied. Now you sideline while I'm making the highlights. You step in the danger zone if you grab this mic. I light you up like a candle, can't handle the pressure. Dig deep inside my mental, pure lyrical treasure beyond measure. For you and your listening pleasure, your style is leather. I be tougher than leather. What you better do, take your ass home and reset. Cause with them weak metaphors, you guaranteed to set. Better respect the technique and every word that I speak. We can take it to the stage of the street. You obsolete, I'm authentic like Kendrick Cloth. You soft like cotton, whole style rotten under your jeans. You sports stocking, straight feminine. I got the power of many men. I go against the grains while you follow the trends. Man, it's a sin that you even call yourself an MC. You get your ass whooped and roast if you come to my city, the North Coast. All of us don't sound like bone. Wanna test us, now it's on. If you know like I know, you better get your ass and get gone. Cause you don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. Say you don't know who you messing with. Well, come on. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Come on. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Well, come on. Say you don't even know.
Take me back.
You don't know who you messing with.
It's Jaheim coming through for the new millennium. Straight battle lyrics. Recognize 2 G's.
You don't know who you messing with. You don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know who you messing with. Say you don't even know.
You don't know. You don't know. Take me back.